today I'm gonna be telling y'all about the time that I caught my boyfriend cheating. One of the many times I've caught niggas cheating on me because, you know, Queen Clown is in the building. I'm always getting cheated on, but it's cool, you know, to the game. Anyway, so I was dating this dude. What should I call him? I think I'm gonna call him Roderick. So I was dating this dude named Roderick. You know, we had a little serious relationship going on. And we got into a little spat, you know, a little disagreement, nothing major. And me, I'm very, very, very dramatic. So if a dude makes me mad, I'm gonna give him the silent treatment, you know, show him what he's missing out on. He's gonna come crawling back to me, you know.
Psych!
I thought, but anyways, so I'm bored. I don't have my man to talk to. And it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. Back then I was an early bird. I would get up early as fuck for no reason. I had Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes. I didn't have class on Tuesday. So it was early in the morning. And I was just scrolling through Instagram, you know. I always got up early, like around 9 o'clock in the morning, because that's what time my classes usually were. And once I'm on a schedule, my brain doesn't operate any other way. Anyways, so I'm scrolling through and I'm on the Explore page and I see Roderick's picture on the Explore page, but he didn't post it. And so I go to the picture and it's posted by some girl. And I go to the girl's page because I'm a snoop. I'm gonna figure it out. You know, the FBI in this thing, I gotta figure out what's going on, why she posted my man. So it's a man crush Monday picture. And I'm on her page scrolling, trying to figure out what's going on. And apparently she was a dancer. So she was dancing in one of her videos, but she had on his football shirt. Now I know it was his football shirt because at that specific school, everybody had the same shirt, but it was customized to have their number inside of a football. So it was his number and it was his shirt. She's dancing in it, and then I think she had a pair of his shorts on or something like that. So I'm like, what's going on? So I DM her like, why you posting my man as Man Crush Monday? And she was like, oh, well, apparently this ain't your man because I just spent the night with him.
Bitch, what? Bitch, what?
And I'm like, excuse me? You did what? You did what? She started describing his dorm room. She started telling me everything. Oh, his PlayStation is sitting over here. He has this dumbbell in the floor on his left side, and he sleeps with this dusty blue fan by his bed. He has blue covers, and then you know all these niggas, they be trifling. She said he got that one little flat pillow in his room. So I know she was telling the truth. So I'm like, I gotta get to the bottom of this. So, like I said, I hadn't been talking to him for a few days, giving him the silent treatment. So I decided to pull up on him. I had my own whip at the time, so, you know, I pulled up. At first, I went to his mom's house, knocked on the door. Mind y'all, it's still 9-something in the morning. I'm knocking on the door, and I'm like, is Roderick home? And his brother answered the door, and he was looking crazy. He was like, nah, he stayed on campus this weekend. So I was like, okay. So I went his campus. It was like 15 minutes from my house or whatever. And I told the girl like, hey, pull up, meet me in the parking lot in front of his dorm room building since you know where it's at, since you stayed the night. So she was like, bet. At first I was on some, you know, fight and jump, but I realized it's not her fault. He's the one in the wrong, so I can't even get mad at Shorty. Even though she was throwing slick shots, but it's cool. I let that junk roll off my back because I had a bigger plan. So I meet her in the parking lot and I'm like, all right, well, I'm finna tell him I'm here and I want to see him and I want to make up with him or whatever. And I want you to wait outside of his room, and then I'm gonna go act like I gotta get something out of the common area, and I'm gonna let you in and we're gonna confront him together. So she was like, okay, bet. You know, I got in contact with some dude that I knew out there, and he let me in the building. And then the RA let me on the hall because he was used to seeing me and everything. So So I'm at his door. I'm just knocking. I'm trying to play it cool because at this point I ain't let him know that I knew what was going on. I was just gonna catch him slipping. He didn't answer the door. Apparently he had football meeting or whatever that morning. So the girl got tired of waiting because it was like an hour almost. I had to sit there and wait an hour for this man, but I was so pissed off it didn't even matter. So she left or whatever. She was like, call me when he come and I'll get back up here. So I was like, okay, cool. I waited outside his door. He was like, I just got out of a meeting. I'm finna come up there or whatever. He came. I gave him a hug, acted like I was all cool and I missed him so much. Inside, I was burning up. I was so freaking mad at this point, but I couldn't let it show. So I'm just sitting in his room. We talking or whatever. I look at my phone and I was like, my friend just texted me and she said that she left her jacket in your room. So he was like, what are you talking about? He was confused. I was like, yeah, my friend said she left her jacket in your room and she needed it back. So he was like, what friend are you talking about? And I'm like, this friend. So I pull up her Instagram and I show him her picture. So at this point, he's like looking at me crazy, like how the world did this girl find this out? I guess it's some dude's first instinct when they're guilty to try to turn it on people, and that's what he always did. So he got mad at me like, oh man, I ain't with all that drama, yada 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 yada. We were arguing, we were done, I didn't think we were gonna get back together. And I'm like, nigga, we didn't break up. We were just arguing. I just wasn't talking to you for a couple days. Like, what are you talking about? I got too mad. I couldn't even wait on old girl to come back. I did. I had to go. And then he called me or whatever, and he was like, it's not even my fault. My homeboy, he told me that to get over you, I had to go get under some females. He was calling me gay, said I ain't never be on these girls out here. And he basically forced me to talk to her. So I'm like, come on now, you really gonna put the blame on your friend? But that's how them niggas is. They really not loyal. So I'm talking to the girl trying to get some more information. And she was like, yeah, Roderick and his friend, I'm gonna call him George. Roderick and his friend George, they were talking to me and my homegirl Summer and everything. So I'm like, wait a minute, George was talking to your homegirl Summer? And at the time, George was dating my friend. They had been together for some years. So I was like, hold on, I got some tea to tell her, cause y'all ain't gonna do my friend like this. So I told the girl I was gonna call her right back. I called my friend and I let her know what was going on. So I called the girl back with my friend on three-way, but I told my friend to be on mute. You know how we used to do back in the day. So I called her back or whatever, and she was giving me the details about George. So I was like, you do know George has a girlfriend too, you know? She was like, oh, those niggas trifling, cause they always messing with these girls out here. Just basically spilling all the tea. So my friend, she texted George, she let him know she knew everything that was going on and stuff. And I don't know how George got my number, but George hit me up basically trying to convince me to tell my friend not to be mad at him anymore. Come on, dude. You know I'm gonna have my friend back, especially when I'm the one that's getting all the details. I guess he didn't know that I was the one that told her, or I was the one that got the information to her, but
you got the job doing what? I get paid to snitch now, nigga.
So I decided to use George to get information on Roger. So I was like, well, Roger told me that it's all your fault. He didn't even want to talk to those girls in the first place. So you know that made George mad. He was like, what? I didn't want to talk to those girls. They were in the student center trying to talk to Roderick, but I guess he didn't want to be the only one that got in trouble if we got caught. So I started talking to them because he wanted to talk to them. Basically, he was saying he was being a wingman or whatever. He really wasn't trying to talk to her friend. He was just trying to get my dude some alone time with the girl. My y'all, this girl is so ugly, bro. Like, I'm not the cutest girl in the world, but she was ugly. I'm gonna put a picture of her right here. So yeah, that's his style, I guess. But anyways, child, George ended up flipping on his friend once he found out he threw him under the bus. Started giving me hella information about stuff that he was doing behind my back on campus, and I was like, okay, you know, I see how it is. But you know me, I left that nigga alone. You're not gonna cheat on me and think that we're gonna stay together. I lied, I stayed with that nigga. But, you know, that ain't your business.
You in my business? Yeah, don't do that. Anywho.
But, yeah, that's just one of the many times stuff that happened with this one dude, Roger. Child, I was a dummy. I was the biggest dummy in the world. But, you know, hey, you live and you learn. Lesson learned, bridges burned. But that's the end of this story or whatever. It wasn't very long because, you know, I took him back like an idiot. But if y'all want to hear more stories about that relationship and some funny things that happened, it wasn't funny then, but it's funny to me now. You know, I'm not so hard on myself about those things. But if y'all want to know more about that, you know, just hit me up on Instagram. Let me know. I'll tell y'all hella story times about that relationship. Cause it's a lot. It was years of stupid crap on my behalf. But yeah, that's the end of this story. I'm gonna let y'all go though. Peace.